JY. Good
All right.
afternoon, WODprep Nation. Preppers. Sorry, we're late. John Young had a preppers, and I'm not talking about people storing ammo and food for the inevitable World War III. Sorry, we're late. John had some technical issues. Audio is working. We're ready to go. Yeah, it's all good. We have got an absolute jam-packed show today. Not really. Not a ton of news this week, but
jam-packed for us.
We're here. Sarah's first, as always. Good to see you, Sarah. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Fantastic. CJ's on the mend from COVID. Everybody, his voice a little raspy, but he looks good. Got the RGB gamer lighting in the background. Looks good. And yeah, today we're gonna be doing our WODprep Wars. This might be the first week we're really hammering down on the host versus the coach. I will be the representative of the host between John and I. Still don't know how John did on the workout, but yeah, and I'll be taking on Kevin. But
I typed my time. I thought.
Oh, Nelson
on the chat.
No, you withheld it the whole time until I did it because I was still planning on doing it, and I just kept taking.
Oh, did you do it?
No, I fucking still can't breathe.
I was 14:52.
Oh shit! Let's go, baby.
Okay, not too shabby. Well, we'll get into that later anyway. What's up, Ben's Garage Gym? Gus, of course, making his way over. Good to see you, Gus. An absolute regular. I know CJ and I know Travis, but who is the guy at the bottom of the screen? Yeah, he's just this random dude that loves CrossFit. He thinks he knows something about it, so we brought him on.
I'm less fit than Travis. That's all. I'm the person.
Oh, Augustus hit this workout at 12 minutes. He's a freaking beast.
Dude, Augustus is very fit.
Yeah, he's a beast. Okay. Might have to bring him in as a host tribute at some point.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing the WODprep Wars today. We'll throw the video up on the screen that Mr. Cortez edited, as always, with the amazing rep counter. Go over. Do we got any news today, guys? Anything exciting that's developed? Not really. I was looking. We had Chad released 10 days ago, and then the run came out 5 days later, and it's now 5 days since that announcement. So maybe we got something today. John, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say probably tomorrow, but today would be sweet too. What if it broke while we were live?
That'd be fucking sick. That's what I was hoping on.
TJ's like, we got stuff to talk about.
Breaking news. Yeah.
Did y'all see Scott Panchik's little workout challenge? I gave that a go this morning.
I did. And of course you tried it because it had bench press in it.
No. Spin told me to try it. First off, I wasn't going to do it until I was told to try it, but it was gnarly. I thought for sure I could do it, and it could not.
What was it? Pull it up.
42, 30, 18, Kalski, and then 21, 15, 9. Bench press was 185.
I might do that later, but at like 135.
But I had a lot of guys from my gym do 135, and I mean, same stimulus was hit. It's a fun workout.
Yeah.
I want to see Augustus do this one. Let's see you beating in this one.
Augustus lied. Okay, he didn't do it.
I was about to say Travis was like really, really fast, and I was so happy with my time.
What happened to you here, Johnny? You're a bench press guy.
The last set of 9, I went 5, 1, 1, 1.
Sick. That's what I figured. I figured you'd hit failure, or anyone would hit failure.
I didn't hit failure, but it was like that's where I was at.
Failure. Yeah, that's a tough one. The ski really. I mean, ski combo press is one of the hardest stimuluses I think that we can really create. Like ski with strict handstand push-ups or like a bar muscle up as well. It really just hammers down. Even if you're good at engaging your lats in a bench press, it doesn't fucking matter. It makes it worse still.
We're doing the wars. We're doing news, and then we're not doing women's predictions. Correct, gentlemen. We're doing top 3 men and women that we think are going to have the most improvement. It's a most improved pre-games award. Correct.
Yeah, most improved and most deproved.
Most deproved.
I believe is the correct term.
Today.
Yes. Yeah. Whoever's most likely to suck compared to how they did last year. We'll do that later in the show. What order do we want to go in here, gentlemen? Where do you want to start?
I think we should start with the workout wars.
Let's do the goddamn workout. Okay. CJ, who am I going against here? Guys, I am taking on Nelson. Coach
I'm
This
gonna
is
say
Coach
we
Nelson.
win. Before I see anything, I'm just gonna guess that we win this week, Travis.
It's close. It's close.
like
I
the
just
vote of
sent
confidence.
Nelson. I just sent Nelson the link to pop in. We'll get it started. If he's working out, so if he's got a chance, he'll pop in. Nelson's one of our coaches. He's a competitive athlete as well. I think like 400 or 500 in the East. He trains really hard. He trains with
Oh,
Connor
Nelson
Deddy.
looks skinny. Is he the guy
All
in
right,
the
let's-
green?
No,
and the
no,
white?
no. He's the
Nelson-
guy
Oh,
in the
okay,
white.
okay,
He's
okay,
the guy in the
okay,
white.
okay.
This,
All right.
this
What's
goddamn
the workout?
pipsqueak.
What's the workout? What's the workout?
Oh, we don't have it on the screen. Okay.
I know. I know.
It
oh,
is
shit.
200-meter
this is-
run, 9 power snatch, or 9 toes to bar, 200-meter run, 9 power snatch, and then 200-meter run, 15, 200-meter run, 15, 200-meter run, 21, 200-meter 21, 227, 227.
Yep. Perfect.
And
Nelson
I'm
ran
taking
an
on-
extra 200 at the end, which was, you'll see it, but it'll be cut.
Okay, I wonder if that affected his time. I like it. Okay, so I'm taking on Nelson. I'm on the left. I got my crew with me. Shout out CrossFit Lindsay.
Oh yeah, that's where you train with Patty at. Yeah, I know the owner.
Yep.
That gym.
It's
like a
interesting that
herd.
you all started at your like station.
Yeah, I thought that would be appropriate. What do you think?
No, I mean it's good. He did too, so it's a good thing. I didn't see that in the rules anywhere.
The couple seconds there. That's why. Did you start? Is your 200 from like door to door?
Yeah, it's from door, and then there's to a telephone pole and back.
Potentially in the future, maybe we should avoid workouts with running.
Yeah, probably.
Limited action.
Yeah, I know.
We
This
can
was-
click.
this
We can
was a good
click
workout,
forward.
Yeah, I
Can't
was
we?
gonna say you could probably click forward through the runs. You guys stay pretty close for a decent.
All right,
That's
let's
funny.
see. Let's see who comes in first.
Oh, he
Um,
just wants to see.
Jeez.
Oh, Okay.
Oh, about same time.
About
About
the same time.
Neck and neck.
Transitions
All
are key. Transitions
Nelly
are key.
looks-
so
Nelson
my
looks pretty
my toe to
hench.
bar rack was right where the door is.
Oh,
It was
nice.
like a garage door. Garage door.
helps.
It's not like an actual door here. So what's funny is they were about 10 seconds faster than me on this run, and we were like neck and neck once I was done with the toes to bar.
Yeah, there's definitely a. I don't know how far away from the door are you, Travis?
So I've got to come in through through the front of the gym, through the lobby, around a bit. So but it's 200 meters, pretty much right to where my bar is. I think in the middle of the gym. Camille, will we say the workout again? Yeah, let me see if I can post it in the comments. Maybe pin the comment or something.
Yeah,
We need to get that on the overlay. We need to get that on the overlay.
I know.
for
I
next
had a link. I had an image last week, and I just didn't even. Sorry, and then I asked
If we
Juan,
can
and it was too
build it
late.
into. Yeah, that's all good.
Okay, so can I fast forward it?
I don't know.
All right, so you went with the full muscle snatch, right? No contact.
Yeah, that might be one of the things that I'm best at is just like low back endurance, so I can just bend over like an MFer all day. Yeah,
The
that's
open
light enough.
workout one was like that for you, yeah.
What was that workout?
The burpees and snatches, the one that Taylor did so good on.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, that's a dumbbell, but it's even more pronounced with.
You know what's
barbell
funny
for
is
sure.
is
Just
like
bending
both
over.
of you guys don't bend at all. I was like worming the whole time,
What do you mean?
like a little knee bend to get under
Oh
it.
yeah, the snake snatch.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's how I do it.
It feels
Um,
easier to me. It feels quicker to me, but I don't have the back. Back endurance is one of my weakest things.
How'd your back feel on this? Did you blow up?
No, I broke up the snatches on the 15. I broke the snatches up fast just because I wanted to keep the runs fast. For me, it was like
We
running
have-
some
oh.
toes to bar.
Can I move people?
Nelson's in the building. What's up, Nelson? Nice to meet you, man.
What's up, man?
Y'all
Coach
caught me
Nelson.
mid-snatch. How we doing?
You're getting beat.
Are we
good.
watching
Looks
my
like
You're
you're
getting beat,
victory?
man.
I'm 4 reps behind.
Yep. 2
Uh,
minutes in.
Oh,
3
and
minutes
counting.
Oh, shoot.
Now
Oh,
you're 10
God.
reps behind.
And I know it's dry up there in Canada this time of year, though.
I love it.
Were you getting rained on or what?
I mean, if you look at me, it looks like I did, but no, it's just sweat.
Working hard. Where are you located?
I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay.
So,
That's Southern
right by-
boy.
I mean, it's not really the South. Like, it's not like CJ's South, but
I mean,
I need-
Virginia's the South.
I guess.
How south
You're
are
flying.
you, CJ?
I mean, I'm in
I mean, I'm
Florida.
in like it's like I mean, I guess it's because like I'm like right around like the University of Virginia, which is like when you think of the South, that is not what like the town is like. But
Sure.
Clock, we don't have John's video. Only one of us is putting our video in each week. John and I are on a team. We're taking
Yeah.
on the
I'll be the video next week.
coaches.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
get John
John,
in next
the
week.
workouts changed. We rewrote it just a little bit. Did you ever do it?
Dude, I was looking forward to that.
Or no,
workout.
it's you'll like it better. We rewrote it to improve. It's part of the Coda. It's a Coda Iron Games test workout. So
All right. What is it?
I just rewrote it. I'll tell you later on. when
We'll do,
talk
we'll do
about
that
it on the thing.
after. We'll do that after. Okay, I'm back in on my power snatches. 435, 36.
Travis, you say you were breaking them up a bunch. How'd you break them up?
I didn't break anything up until
Okay.
That
the
was me,
27th.
Nelson. The slower time.
Yeah.
The slower
Got it.
time is the one who broke it up.
Do we know what the times are already?
Yeah,
Is it-
no.
We know
no.
Travis's
I
and
don't know.
mine, and we don't know yours.
Got it.
Yep. You could definitely catch up to me here. Looks like I
see.
got about a 25-second lead on you though. I will say, is this a set of 21?
It
No,
has to be.
Or was that
15.
was
Oh
15?
no,
Okay.
15.
I did the set of 21 snatches unbroken, and that was probably a mistake because that was about the turning point in the workout where my heart rate went too high and I started to slow off.
Yeah.
Did you go on broken
I
with
broke.
Ghost Bar in 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I broke the 21 snatches just because like I could start to feel it in my low back and wanted to try and push the run at some point, and like I don't know if we'll see it in the video. Around this time in the workout, in my brain, I'm like, all right, the workout's finishing on the run. So I was like, I need to save something for a little 200-meter sprint there at the end. So we'll see if I actually do it or not.
Mental
or if it
mental
shows
error,
up.
man. Mental
Yeah,
error.
oh yeah, for sure.
Sup,
Well, I
Lance?
mean, yeah.
I'm just messing with you. John, my friend in the background there, he's just coming into the frame now. I was telling him how you were ripping on the guy in the background last week. He was worried you were
That's
gonna
so
have something
funny.
to say.
That's so great. It
I
was
probably
just
shouldn't
so
have pointed
blatant,
about.
and you didn't turn your camera the right way, so it's hard to.
Yeah. I feel like that's like
Yeah,
you know,
geez.
if this is the open, that's like a 5-rep penalty, 10-rep penalty.
30-second penalty or something.
Yeah.
I definitely see Travis just transitioning from the run to the implement pretty quick relative to Nelson. It looks like the rep, like speed of rep, is pretty similar. And I think you guys are unbroken to this point. And so, like, just this point right here, right? The walk,
And the
Chalk,
chop.
right? So I think there's something to
Yeah.
take into consideration, everyone watching, that
That was
just trying
10
to
seconds
learn.
right there. Just
yeah,
being
trying to
fine.
learn fitness, right? Transitions are, in my opinion, obviously baseline fitness is their number one most priority. But secondarily is like your ability to transition in like the nuance within workouts, right? Time saving things that don't actually make you have to work harder. Transitions, technique, et cetera, et cetera. So a big factor when you guys see the end scores here is for sure transition time, even from round one.
Yeah, not, like I was saying, I got to go through like a hallway and a couple doorways and stuff to get back to the bar, and I was definitely using that as an excuse in the last couple rounds to walk it in. So I might transition quick once I'm in frame, but I was probably walking for like 10 seconds in the round of 27s. Augustus, can I be the option to represent the host team next week?
Is Augustus fit?
Maybe. Oh
Yeah,
he's jacked, man.
He's pretty
jacked.
darn fit. Yeah.
What program does he do? Sentinel?
I
No,
believe so,
he's is he? I thought he was on
Yeah.
Colton Merton's land.
yep.
Is Colton right program?
No, I think he does Sentinel.
No, but they're in the same town. He works out with Colton, so I would
Hmm.
assume he just does what Colton does.
Okay, I'm in the
Oh.
round of 21 snatches.
Yeah.
And typically, I always break things up more than most people, and that works well for me. But you know, I was
Why
on
do you do
camera.
that? Talk me through that since we're
I think it's like a really common mistake people make, kind of in the same vein that you were just
Hold
talking
on,
about the importance of.
Is this person frozen here? Wait, I need you to rewind the video by like 15 seconds.
No, he's
Whoa,
got
yeah.
a band stretch.
Whoa!
He's stretching the
What's going on
band.
here?
Just like 10 seconds. This
What
person
is going
Yeah, he's
That's
talking
a
about your
fun-
video, Nelson. Not
That's a
not,
fun-
not Travis's video.
on the right side of your screen? On the right side of your
this
screen,
dude
the
He's
hasn't
holding
Sony
moved
alien.
for 20 seconds.
No, I know.
Yeah,
It
he's just
felt like
PT
that.
exercises. Let him live. Let him
It
live.
felt like that too. Yeah.
What?
The video looks glitched. He's
That
not
is
even
weird.
turning his head.
It
What's
really
happening
does.
here?
It
He's
really
locked
does.
in.
Hey, I just want to, side note, I just want to apologize for sounding like an emphysemic old lady. I'm
What's
working, I
going
promise I'm
on?
trying. Hopefully it'll
That
be
guy's
better
not
next
actually.
week.
That guy's not actually staying that still, is he?
Yeah,
I guess
he
so,
is.
yeah.
See, I told
Wow.
you. You guys fucking made fun
Yeah,
of
he
me.
just like he
Okay.
has like a cast on, was just doing some like wrist
Where?
stuff, shoulder stuff. It's like on his hand.
Okay, that's
Bro,
probably
that
the
was
most impressive
crazy. He
thing.
should,
in this whole
if
That's
he's
video.
not
funny.
a mime, like one of those like statues
He
in
should
like
be
New
one.
Orleans, he should be one.
What's hysterical is that like earlier in the video, I think before I hopped on, one of my buddies who I train with was like doing some like handstand pirouette stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in the WODprep video." And now we're actually just talking about a dude doing PT exercises in the back corner.
How
Fuck the
impressive
pirouettes, man.
how impressive his stillness is.
Yeah.
I think another thing to see here, right, Nelson, I'm not picking on you, just
Oh,
pointing
yeah, a
out
little
things.
rounded back.
No, I think rounded backs are 100% appropriate and necessary to power snatch fast. I hate when people tell me that they're not. But your finish point, right? You're way behind, your head is down, and you have
Yeah.
kind of like a long pause at the top. And so I think that just like slows the speed of rep down.
Sure.
Something to think about as well, right? Like, yes, it's nice. I like teaching a chin down finish for like heavy snatching for people that really struggle with bar placing, but not
Right.
for really light power snatching, right? I think it just adds more time of rep in the
We're back
pattern.
in freeze
Yeah,
frame
I mean,
mode.
at this point in the workout, only thing that
Yeah.
I'd argue is like that was almost intentional because it was either that or break.
Yeah, sure. No. But you were doing that for all of your reps are like
Yeah,
that.
sure,
Like
sure,
that's
sure.
that's how you finish your power snatch. And for a
Right.
light power snatch, it's like squatting lower on a wall ball
Yeah.
and not needing to, right? So
Yep.
it's just a little bit more time.
Travis,
See
you
ya,
didn't talk
Gus's.
at all, did you?
Not up until
Did you put
now,
it in your
but
bra strap?
yeah, no, actually, right here. Funny you mentioned that. I think right here I start looking for chalk and I can't find it. And this is kind of where the wheels start to fall off a little bit. I got little dainty pipsqueak hands, so I got shitty grip.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, both John and I
Oh.
do. So my grip started to fall apart here. John, how was your grip on this workout? Just breathing?
Oh,
or
no.
grip?
I basically looked exactly how you looked, but just about a couple minutes slower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but was your grip blowing up here in the 27s?
Yeah. No. I went like 9, 6, and then like 3, and then 2 to the way there. like it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm making really good time. I was running really hard. My heart was exploding at this point. But I was like, if you can get to the snatches, you can go 27 unbroken better than most people, right? And like, his last 27 was rough. I want to say like. I was not that far off of you until the last 27. And what's funny is you blew up and I was still like, I blew up more.
Yeah, I blew up a ton on those
Classic.
last set of 27. Like I also just completely lost count. I think I was trying to go like 10, 9, 8, and ended up doing like 10 and then 5 and then like kind of lost count. But so yeah, I got a little nasty at the end.
There's a realistic chance here I counted wrong on
With your
my set of
123?
27. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to be at, but I remember.
Well, let's see where Nelson
I don't know.
is.
I didn't watch the video back.
Nelson,
But,
toes to bar are
it's
like
definitely
your
possible.
most challenging gymnastics pattern, right?
For sure.
What do you
agree- I
feel
would
is the
agree
most
with, like,
challenging portion to it for you?
they're mine
Grip,
too.
core fatigue?
Yeah, I mean, I also have small, dainty hands, so that definitely doesn't help. For me too, it's also like a midline thing, and CJ and I have been talking about like a hamstring flexibility issue too. So you can see I really try and use that scoop method, especially as I start to fatigue. So we've been doing a lot of like static stretches.
Cool.
Okay, Nelson was only at 122, so either I did one too
Hold
many
on,
or
Hold on.
Nelson.
I'm doing
John's watching. Christian, did
I
we
was gonna say,
get
I'm
get
pretty
Nelson
sure
on
it
so
was-
my voice sounds manlier? No, but that's a good
Damn.
point. I like
You
we'll
should
have
be
Nelson
at
on more often.
124.
Damn.
You should
Oh
be
my
at
God.
124.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
so we
did-
both
God.
miscounted?
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Damn, where at? That's
So that
super
means I
interesting.
won the workout.
Clearly,
Yeah.
because you guys are still going, right? It's always the
Pending
best.
video review.
Christian, this was a savage comment. Jesus.
I know. Yeah, I brought that up.
That's okay. Me and Christian
That's
can
all
work out next to each other, and then we can really see what happens.
Oh,
I don't know. He's naked in his picture,
Strike
so
Well, I'm not that
He
confident.
looked pretty shredded.
So I would say you blow up pretty hard on these snatches, Travis.
I switched to the narrow grip, the clean grip here. Yeah, my grip was just blown up. I didn't start hook gripping until the set of 27s. Like,
Wow.
here's my last rep. Yeah, like I had to set it down. 13.
Dang, bro. So I think you miscounted those too.
I know I did not miscount these. So
No, not you,
Yeah.
Nelson. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine, Travis.
No,
152 is the total. So you're just one
Right,
total bar short.
Right. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Yeah,
This
so
is a
this
close
is where it
battle,
gets
but I
real
got
tough.
the dub.
What do you think? You think Nelson beats me or not, Travis?
It's close.
What'd you get?
It's super close.
1450, 1452.
Oh, he's gonna beat you. Yeah, he's working.
Man.
He's already like halfway through, man.
Nelson's so sad right now.
So
He's hitting the hard medium.
okay, so I would say I ran slower than both of you guys, and my
Yeah.
toes to bar were similar to Nelson's, and I did the last 27 much better than Travis did. I was on a slower pace, but that last 27 I kind of just tried to beast mode it.
Did you though?
So Nelson, have you worked with like a snake snatch?
I mean, yeah, that's like my issue and kind of what I wanted to avoid here is I can snake snatch pretty well, especially if I'm doing a workout like Randy or something. But just with that finishing position, I've gotten dinged quite a few times in competition for like lack of hip extension.
Oh yeah, because
So
you
Come
got
on,
the
Nelson.
so far behind your
try
head.
to, like,
You got
play
9
around
reps
with that.
left, brother.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You're hurting.
What's a snake snatch?
What
CJ?
he's doing right there.
This is sort of it's probably even no, he still has
call it
almost
a worm, like you worm under it.
yeah. So like you basically
So,
don't reach hip
just
extension.
so we're aware, it was a little like this was what the time was. Oh wait, no, we gotta go back. I guess okay, interesting.
That's all we
like,
got.
That was like that one where I dropped at the end and did another one was my 28th snatch. So maybe I didn't do one earlier on.
Well, you were 2 reps short on the toes to bar.
Maybe
what
that's what it
happened.
was.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got
But
it.
these scores are like they equal each other. So
Sure. There you go.
It's a fair battle. So John took the win over Nelson as well. We could have fielded either of our hosts.
Yeah.
So
it probably
did you
would
say
have
what
been a
snake
much better
snatch was?
video for mine because we'd be down to the wire.
That's true. Would have been some good action.
Instead, Travis
But,
just Matt Fraser everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It looks like the hosts are up 1-0. We need an official leaderboard.
We do. Let's put that on
Yeah, we need a
our
leaderboard. Put that
I
on
think
our
we should
to-do
count
list, guys.
the Kevin though. Kevin killed everybody last week. We should count that
Okay,
as
1-1.
Yeah,
1-1. We'll give it to Kevin.
I agree.
Okay.
I
All right.
agree. All right,
Any
Nelson,
final
do you have
thoughts?
anything to
Kevin
say for
was-
yourself?
You say it again?
I said, do you have anything to say for yourself?
I mean, I think, you give it a different day, you give it the similar conditions, and it's a different outcome. But,
All right.
you take what you can get.
All right,
Nelson,
sounds
We'll
good.
take this.
I'll also say I think you ran like 300 meters more than I did because my bar was right next to my door.
Yeah, I mean, like, in all honesty, too, like, outside, like, we're, like, on a hill. So, like, it's about 50 of that 200 meters.
We're just talking about
it's just-
distance here.
Yeah, it's just distance. But, hey, all I'm saying is I'm glad I got picked for this one and not the wall ball burpee bot jump over one. So.
yeah, that one was sad for all of us. Except
Well,
Travis.
we'll tag you back in. We'll call upon you another time, Nelly. Thanks for popping in. And
Absolutely
good hustle, bud.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you,
Catch
Nelson.
next time.
See you, bro.
I really do
All
think if we were on the same, like at least the speed he was going there, he probably would have won by beating me. Because I'm like that door transition.
Oh yeah.
That's a couple
Kevin,
seconds every single time.
at least.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Kevin
Yeah.
did this and got 14:48 or something like that.
Wow, I would have
And-
expected him to be so much faster.
I think
But
it's
I
fair
know
to
where
say
I know where he always does his workout, and I know their route, and it's like an extra 25 meters inside the door to the bar. And I was like, that's like 50 meters every time. He's like, it's just training. I was like, all right, I'm just letting you know it's not 200 meters. It's not even close.
Yeah, I think it's
So-
fair to say that the times are all rough, right? Everyone's got different runs.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Um,
in this
Good
case, I
job,
won, so
Travis.
I'm not complaining. I'm not
Yeah,
complaining.
proud of you.
He
Proud of you,
smoked it,
buddy.
Travis.
What's up, Marky? Yeah, okay, I like it.
How much good of a runner would you say Nelson is?
Average CrossFit. We'll say average CrossFit runner.
Do you think me and him are similar then?
Probably. Yeah.
Because Travis is a
Um,
pretty decent runner.
I'm not
yeah,
a good runner. I'm not a good runner.
What's your
I
mile
don't
time?
run at all.
Didn't we go over this last week?
Yeah.
The
Or
only-
what's your 5K?
I've only done a mile once. I've never done a 5K. And my
In your
mile was like
life, you've never ran 3 miles in a row?
no, never.
That's the craziest
And the
fucking
only
thing I've ever
the only
heard.
time I ran a mile was last year, and it was like 6:20. But
I
like my issue,
You need to just go run a 5K, Travis.
my issue is that I never run. I actually started to recently because I'm doing a 10K soon. But my issue with running is like my feet and shins hurt. Like I can't go fast
you
enough
don't
to the
run.
point that I'll get out. Because like I can't go fast enough to the point that I'll get out of breath.
Anyone getting shin splints,
I
means
can't
you
run
just-
fast enough to the point where I don't get out of breath.
It's yeah, literally. It's not even shin splints. It's just like the interior tip pump. But it's getting better. It's getting better. So
That's interesting.
yeah, I'm sure I could go. A
Go
little
run a
faster.
5K. Tell me what you get. My best 5K is 22:58.
Okay, I'll see if I can beat that. Sarah.
Oh, I
thanks
think
for,
you'll crush
saying
that.
Running is dumb. Yeah, I'm actually starting to enjoy
Are you
it.
at that right now, John?
I did.
No,
hit it,
it's
but-
probably like 23:30. That's like if I'm running.
I mean,
if I'm
that's
running,
marginal. That's marginal in our sport, though. I mean, so you're pretty close to your peak running ability.
yeah, but like it's a different.
Sure.
Like I would
Johnny.
say right at the right under the 8-minute mark for a 5K, like a 7:40, 7:45.
Cool. I like it. That's good.
Okay. You guys want to get into our next segment of the show?
Let's do it.
Is this our only
This
other
was
segment?
it's our only segment. This was way harder to come up
Still
with.
the next one.
You do guys or girls first, or improvement and deprovement?
Probably
That's cool, Aaron.
Jesus.
What do you
Jeez,
snatch?
452.
That's what I thought.
Hey, that's an
Those
impressive
are
mile.
those are almost my PRs too. Lifetimes
That's
for a
insane.
mile and 5K
You should be very proud of yourself.
when I was 135 pounds.
I've ran so much to get to the point where I'm at, and it's
I know,
still
that's awesome.
it's still pathetic. Like it's
I've lifted probably almost as much and consistent as you over the years, and I'm still nowhere near you've ever been.
that's fair. That's fair. I will buy that.
Travis, come do High Rocks in Toronto. I actually would.
Hey.
My girlfriend's going, but I'm working.
I gotta
Or
find a
I'd be there.
thing. Speaking of high rocks.
That's sick.
Oh, you don't want to hear it?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Crash Crucible, if you're going to that, is in November. I know you're going to the game, so maybe you can't come to Crash Crucible. But if you're going to Crash Crucible,
It's in October, and I'm planning on coming.
okay, me and Jason are going to do a high rocks. We're just going to make one. We're just going to make one and do it at Crash.
When is Crash? What weekend?
I think it's October. I want to say like 13th, 15th.
Sick.
But we both
Somewhere in there.
Same
really
weekend
want
as
to do
Code Iron
it.
Games.
I think you can give him a run, Travis.
No, I can't, man. Give me a break. Don't try and get me to say something stupid on here.
Are you not going to do it with us?
No, I'll be there. I'll do whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going
But,
to run the first 1,000 so hard just to make Jason think like, oh, this is, you know, like,
gonna
and then
be
I'll
laughing at your ass,
I'll
man.
deteriorate. Then I'll deteriorate.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sounds like a good idea. I think you should do
we're
that. I
gonna-
support this fully.
We're gonna have John and CJ are gonna give us their top 3 for men and women athletes that they expect to do better, significantly better, the most improved award this year. We were gonna do predictions, but everyone else has already done that. John's already done that on the spin and whatnot, so we thought we'd do something different. Right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
agreed.
All right. Who wants to plead their case first?
Do you just want to go 1-1? I assume they're probably going to be pretty similar. After really digging into the leaderboard,
Sure. I wrote down like 6 names for everything just to talk about in case we didn't have time. Or
yeah,
needed time fillers.
yeah. Looking at it, it's really tough for
I think the number
like-
one's easy.
most improved
Yeah.
men.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
most
Men?
improved men. Give her John.
It's got to be Ricky.
Well, he was not so okay, but he wasn't there. He didn't even compete.
But we said no rookies. I mean,
Right,
coming from
okay,
not
so-
making the games to potentially winning.
But
That's
he
the
didn't make
most
the games
improved.
because he was injured. All right, so they had to compete last year. This was what I was. They had to compete last
Okay.
year. That's
I
the
wrote
only
down
way-
enough names, but I
Right.
still think number one is obvious. Jason Hopper.
Yeah, I agree. I have Jason as number 1. So from a pure numerical standpoint, do you think who's okay? I agree. Jason Hopper. He's
31st
31st.
to top 10.
Probably.
Like
I
was
agree.
what we potentially think will happen.
Yep, I agree. Okay,
Go
easy
ahead and ask the
one.
question you were going to say, though.
Um,
Here, I'll ask it
so
for you.
go ahead.
Do you think it's more valuable numerically or the higher we get? So Justin going 13th to like 4th.
Right. Yeah. I think numerically, like total spots. Total spots is going to be
I
the
think
play.
it comes into play. I think we can talk about it.
Right, because there's got to be a little bit. There should probably be a little bit of weight. Right.
It's exponential the higher.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Okay.
All
So
right,
Jason Hopper's one. We both agree.
My number 2 is James Sprague. I think
Okay.
James Sprague could potentially. I don't think he will get top 10.
He's 24th.
He's 25th.
Fifth.
I don't think he'll get top 10, but I do think he'll be close. I do think he'll be 10 to 15, and I think he's going to have some home runs. He might win the first event. I'm hoping he does for the Heat 1 World Cup.
I bet you are.
He's better suited for Dave's programming. We know a lot more running with Dave versus Boz. This guy's
Just
like a little
death by attrition. He's good at.
Right.
Okay,
How do you
fair
feel about this? This is a decent point to discuss, but I think it's the only if we
Then how
think
would
of
you
that-
rank improvement, Aaron?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I agree. Yeah. How else would you rank improvement by looking from one year to the other? Right. Like saying just because Justin won twice means he's not improved if he wins again. Right. Would be insane. Right. So Aaron, thank you for the comment, but I disagree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, the rules of the game aren't entirely ironed out. They're not important. We're making them up as we go. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
it's our
both
show.
have Hopper and then Sprague. You're one,
No,
two.
I have Sprague third.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, and then I imagine you've got the same.
I mean,
You
I'm
probably
sticking
have
with the
like-
Jays.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Justin Medeiros is my third.
Yeah, I have Justin as 2, and solely based on the weight, right, on this like exponential bit. I still have Justin in the mix for a podium, and so I think 13th to 3rd, 2nd, 1st, whatever it is
Now,
a
if he's
bigger.
5th, would you call it bigger than that? Because I wouldn't.
Well, it depends on where James finishes. If James
Well, no-
breaks top 10,
Say James is 12th, and he's won,
No.
and he wins 2 events, and then Justin is 6th, and he wins nothing. He just is Justin.
just the 7th across the board.
No shot. James is far more improved.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
where
I
is
think
the
you have to look
number?
at the field, right? I think you have to look at the field of like
I
who
understand.
they end up being in front of, and so I
If
still
Justin
don't.
is 6th, he's not in front of anybody relevant.
I mean, they're still relevant, but I understand what you're saying,
He's who he's in front of? He's in front of Hopper.
right?
That's who he's in front of. So what's the number where you're like, yeah, Justin is more improved than James? We'll call it 12th. Finishes
25th to 12th and 13th to.
I would.
I gotta say, it's
5th.
top. If he's top 5,
I would
top
say
5, it's
5th.
more improved.
Okay.
So you're right there.
I
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I'd actually disagree. I'd go a little lower. I'd say something like 7th, man. Those when you get into the top 10,
13th to 7th.
when you get up to the top 10,
Go to
man,
7th.
every guy that you pass is
Go to
so
7th.
competitive. Look at these guys down here. You're telling me you're going to be impressed if James passes Uldis or
Where's that
Moritz?
Oldest ain't there, man. We got better people now.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, I think the field is so much
the
better
Russian
than it was
guy that
last
got
year.
in 8th place.
Go to 7th.
Look
Okay.
at who Justin's got to beat, man.
Yeah,
He's gotta
Justin,
have
Bailey,
Jay Crouch.
BKG, Yellow Hosta, Lazar, Jay, Chandler. I know Chandler's not there. And we'll say Hopper, okay? Because we expect him to be in there. He beats nobody that is in the running to win the games or the potential future. And when you're saying, look at these guys that Justin has to beat, he won the games. He was the
This is
fittest
most
man in the
improved from
world.
last year, John.
Yeah,
this
but
is
no,
our game.
yeah,
You know the
but-
rules.
But he's already been at the top of his potential, had a down year, and then will be normal. Like I'm saying, if the top of your potential is you win the games, you're not most improved if you go to 7th place from 13th. And now I say 5th place, fine, because you have to beat somebody to get 5th place. But like, I think you have to beat one of those people. You have to beat somebody like Dallin or Brent to be the
Well,
most improved.
maybe that was our fault, and we should have ironed out the details of this discussion, because I'm kind of viewing it from just your most improved from your performance last year. I'm not really taking into consideration past performances. It's kind of how you did last year. Now what do
13th
you
to
do this
7th
year?
is not that big of a
I think it's a
jump.
big deal. I think
Well,
it
if
matters
there's
to
no
me, man.
if there's no consideration of past year's performance, then it has to just be purely numerical, and you can't really weight the field because then we're not really taking in outside information. So then either way, James would be a
Well,
better jump, right? Like if you're not taking in like who they are as
Last
an
year, who
athlete and
they
what they've
are last year,
accomplished,
who they're beating.
yeah, or like what they're accomplishing, based on the
well,
win. So I don't
right.
know.
I get what you're saying, but I still am, because I'm still just, regardless of who's there, I'm just looking at the number position, and going from 10th to 4th is way more impressive than going
He
from
didn't do that.
35th.
You're
to
saying
15th.
13th to 7th.
Just a hypothetical, just to illustrate my point. I'm making it more
Okay.
more pronounced. But basically, I'm placing a higher premium on those top 10, 15 spots. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Samuel Quant has done more than any of those guys ahead of him to 7th place has ever done at the games. And I'm saying James will finish ahead of somebody like that to get to 12th. So if you want to argue like relevance of who they're beating, I don't think that fitness jump takes that leap that you're thinking until 6.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like
Fair
there's
enough.
tiers of fitness, and 13th to 7th, you're still in the same freaking tier. You just went from bottom to the top of the tier. Right? If
Fair
you
enough.
break into that next tier, then
Mhm.
like, and that's why I say 5. Because you've beaten
Okay.
somebody like Dallin or Brent, right?
Right. T-Bird, I remember when everyone hated Justin because he wouldn't go on Savon's podcast because he was training in Vermont too much with HWPO, and now he's back. Everyone loves him again. Is that why you like him now, John?
He's not with
He had a bad aura about him
Just
last
say.
year. Just
we're Jason. Sorry.
Jason, sorry,
I was
did
on
I say
Justin.
Justin?
Thought
Right.
you were about to
Too
just
many
drop a
J's.
bomb
Yeah,
on us.
Jason
Yeah.
Jason
I thought
had a
you were
bad
talking about-
aura. He was, I don't
He was
know.
run down. He was beat up. He'll be the first to tell you he was training way too much.
No, I think the person is referring to is he wasn't being social and no one liked him. Do you think no one liked him because of that, or do people just not like people that are performing terribly and behind closed doors? Now he's just, well, I mean, I think that's what it is, right? Like he just performed badly. He wasn't on social media much, right? Because that's the whole HWPO MO, or at least it was last year. And but this year he's put himself out there. He did he's been very public.
Very
His social just
vulnerable.
happens, huh?
Very vulnerable.
Yeah, super vulnerable, and I think people appreciate that. And it just so happens to be on Savant. I think if he did that on any other platform, if there was other platforms doing something similar, I think it's irrelevant that it's Savant. This is just the YouTube world that we're in right now, and it just happens to be
Get him on
led by.
WODprep. Get him on this podcast.
He
He'll be a
might have had
superstar.
he might have had the Savan crew turn on him.
Last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right, yeah, because I think when you turn down Sevi for whatever it is, people are going to be upset. So, but I don't think it's like has anything to do with HWPO. I mean, he's still an HWPO athlete, and so I think it's just the fact that he's being social and being out there, and the video they did with JR was really good. You watch that video?
With
I'm
with
about
Brooke?
halfway through.
Yeah,
No.
it was
But,
good.
like,
You should watch it. They did a good job. I think
I
Will did
heard
it.
all about it.
It was a good video.
Okay, so you both have for your
JR
most
loves
improved
Brooke, by the way,
predicted this
now.
year.
Loves Brooke, by the way. Is that what
Yeah,
he said?
me and him had like a 15-minute call about why I don't think Brooke will be as good as he thinks she'll be, and he thinks
Yeah,
she
for
should
sure.
be like he thinks
Well,
she should be like top 5. Like
She waxed him
he's
like
bought
every
in.
workout, right?
It was geared for that. He's
Oh,
for, like,
to
programming
be-
only stuff
to be a
Jason's
rabbit.
bad at.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah,
He has a personal attachment to her now.
he does.
Okay,
They
so
are
we
good.
have Justin, Jason, and James, the 3 J's. You guys are both in agreement to be the most improved men.
Sheesh.
Do you see anybody, Travis, that you think we're missing?
Most improved is, I think,
No, I know what you're gonna
easier
say.
than- I'm ready.
I know what you're gonna say. I only clicked on him because there's a Canadian flag beside his
It's
name.
Canadian.
What do you think about Samuel?
I think his back was broken, in
He
the
was hurt
games.
last year. He showed good potential at
How far do you think he could climb?
Man, I could see him in the mix in the low teens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Pretty solid,
I think
man.
everyone
He's
else
really well rounded.
He is.
he is well rounded, and this is where I was really struggling. This was way harder than I anticipated. I think a lot of people will do better, but I think the field is just so much better this year too. I just do. I mean, I think it's stronger at the top, and I think the top is gonna pretty much stay there. Like even Cole at 33, he might just make the cut, but I don't think he's gonna jump a ton, even though he's better.
I
Or
hope
Cole
not.
Greasehaver.
I hope he gets cut right from.
No, I meant Cole Greasehaver, not Sager.
That's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
homely.
I think Gray Saber will make it through. I hope so. I need him to make it through.
Yeah, and so, but I don't think he's going to be like more than 20th, maybe 18th to 22nd, somewhere in there.
That's
I
still
think-
really improved.
Ooh,
Like,
that's pretty high from
It is,
but
if
it's-
you look at his finishes, like he pretty much got to 33rd on the back of the handstand walk event win.
that's very
Yeah.
true.
It's pretty-
That's very true.
that's
Without
pretty
that
high for
event,
him.
he's like 37th.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay, that's our men.
But I
Why
think
don't
that's
we,
pretty
why don't
much
we go
it.
over to the women? Yeah, we were kind of limited. I guess you guys were probably pretty limited because we have such a few amount of men returning from last year.
So many
Yeah, it's
men
kinda-
left.
Relatively few, right? So just in that sense.
I feel like the women are pretty similar too. No,
Well, I had Tia first, but I guess we can't. That doesn't
Can't
count.
put Tia.
That's fair.
that also
mine-
wouldn't be any fun. And
Yeah,
I think
that's
that
fine.
would be the only one that is like what the
Oh.
comments are saying. Is like this one.
Yeah.
Like if a QB wins 2 Super Bowls and has a down year and then wins it again, is he most improved? No, probably not. Maybe if he went like 0 for 16 and then won, like even if he went from like 16-0, 0 for 16, 16-0, then maybe he will. But I
My
agree.
number one woman is Emma McQuaid.
Nice.
She
All right.
did pretty bad last year. What was the deal with her?
She did
John?
really
Was
bad
she
last
hurt?
year.
She was sick.
She's 33.
She was
Okay,
very,
she's
very
33.
sick. She was very sick. Now, when I say most improved, I mean because she was basically last year, and I
Right.
think she'll be top 20 this year.
Okay, and she was sick.
Yeah,
She's pretty old though. She's
she had
pretty
the
old.
vid. Didn't tell anybody.
Oh, okay. Veteran move.
I mean,
Uh,
it's hard to.
CJ, what do you think about that pick? Who you got?
Yeah, I think it's a good pick.
We're
She was
spreading fake
also
news on
sick,
this show.
Brian. She was also sick.
Brian, we'll leave the factual reporting for your show on WODprep. We make
Yeah.
shit up.
Just
On
whatever the fuck you wanna
WODprep,
talk
she
about.
was sick, Brian. Okay, I truly actually think she had both things going on. I heard she was sick from multiple people.
Confirmed by CrossFit. Okay, she was sick. Stop it.
I have.
Brian, this is not your show, brother.
Yeah, don't take it over, Brian. I don't even know you. Don't take over my show. John already tries to. I have to keep him in his place.
Okay. What do you think of John's Emma pick? Regardless of why she did poor, she had some external factors. We'll agree on.
She had some
We'll agree
stuff.
on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Emma McQuaid's very fit. I think if we're going back to a more traditional CrossFit look, it's going to benefit her in general. And I think she's going to do much better this year, probably very similar to 21 or 22. Maybe a little bit lower, but I think somewhere in the middle pack. I think she's going to jump 10 to 15 spots.
Okay. Did you have somebody else for your first pick, or you're
My first was I did have Emma McQuaid. I had her third.
I think I'll have this
Okay.
person second. And the more I think about it, I think it should be the right choice. Who you're about to say. Go
Who are
ahead.
you gonna say, CJ? Who's your number one?
My number one is going to be Shelby Neal.
Oh, never mind. That's
Wow.
wrong call.
And then I obviously have one more, but I just
you got
looked
Shelby
at-
Neal as your most
Dude.
improved. She came 19th last year. She did
I
pretty
don't-
good.
I think she's
dude.
going to do really well. I really feel like she's going to have a good breakout. I think she's going to really,
What's most improved?
man,
Where will she finish this year? I think you're on crack right now.
I think she ends up breaking the top 10 because of all of her work with Brent. And I think that it gives her a little bit of an edge. And I think that she turns into a little bit of a kind of like clinician and is very executed and does very well. I think she was very impressive in semis.
So I'm saying where did you say?
Top 10.
No shot.
I think so.
No shot. Let's make a bet on it.
All right, let's do it. What do we got? $5?
$20?
20?
Yeah. Here, I'll bet you my
Wait, hold
most
on. I had
improved-
to send you a fucking a phone holder that costs $11 and you want to make a $20 bet?
Well, because when I know I'm gonna win, it's different. If my we'll do this. We'll do this. If my most improved is better than her, and you're like straight up, then your most improved. If Shelby Neal's better than this girl, then you win.
Well,
Okay.
I have to figure out who it is first because I might have them on my list.
Okay, I'll tell you right
I
off
think
the rip,
Abigail
she-
Doment is. Going
Yeah, I
to
mean,
be
I have
the most
Abby.
improved.
I have Abby next.
But I
she's
think
got a
Abby
better overhead
Doment.
squat than me, so that's a good look.
That's not
I
saying
mean,
much, Travis.
No, not at all.
I think Abby Doment
But
can make a run for the top 10. And if you're saying that Shelby Neal can make a run for the top 10, that's a super fair bet. Doment was 25th last year, around there. Shelby Neal was 19th. I think that's a fair bet. Just winner gets $20. Whoever finishes better out of those two.
I like it. Let's do it. Shake on
okay,
it.
I don't want to get involved in the bet, but I will say that Shelby Neal wouldn't be my first pick. That's for sure.
I don't even have her on my list.
I knew I
didn't.
needed to. We just needed a little bit of disagreements, and I was like, I'm rolling with Shelby. I think she's still a safe bet to be very well improved, and I think she's going to shock everyone.
So
I
if
think
she's 14th place, do you think that's real like most improved? It's 4 spots.
I don't think it's 5 spots. I think she's going to do better. No, obviously, if she's only 5 spots better, no, I would have lost for sure. But I think she's going to do it now. So, what's the bet? The bet is who finishes higher overall.
Yeah, Doment versus Neal.
Okay, just straight up.
I think that's the easiest.
Yeah, cool. I like it.
Okay. Who do you got next, John? Because you thought you had the same person as CJ. Who is your second most improved female this year?
No, that works because my other two are Haley and Brooke, and they didn't make the games last year. Like I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I mean, who do y'all think? Like.
Yeah, I don't know. So
it's not
taking
great.
those two out, who else? What are other options?
Are we taking out Domet? Is it?
No, Domit's in for sure.
No. He's saying after Emma McQuaid and Doment, who are the options? If you're not going to take anybody that's.
Let's peruse the leaderboard. We got a lot of chicks.
I'd go up. None of these girls are.
What about Vicky Campos, man?
Nope.
No, for sure not.
If you say another South American, I swear.
Miss Pinheiro.
This would have been my pick. Rebecca Vidison would have been my most improved had she not got hurt.
Yeah,
that would have been her instead.
Great.
Yeah, she was very sad. I thought she was going to do
I'm going
excellent.
up here.
You're gonna have to keep going up, bro. Like,
are any of these girls going back? Like, there's none of them. Who's going to the game?
What about
They're all
Elisa?
gone.
What about Elisa Fuliano? Is that our only other option? Is she going to do better though?
I don't think she'll do better. No, I think she'll be
I
the
agree.
same. I think Shelby Neal will be around the same. I think Elisa will be around the same. I think Bethany will be around the same. I think Paige will be around the same.
Right. I agree.
Everybody that's in the running, I think is going to be around the same. Maybe if Karen Freyova breaks the top 10, you could say her. But even that, 14 to 10th, like that's it.
Yeah. I agree.
You could say Alex Gazan if she gets
right. If we're talking about like a exponential growth,
or
from like
Alexis
5th to 2nd or 5th to 3rd.
Yeah, Alexis or Alex, if they like get to 3rd, I don't think 4th is enough.
Yeah. Do we think anyone else breaks in the top?
Yeah. So many people aren't there from last year. Then the names that you have, I just think they're going to be the same. A lot of them.
Think Emma Tall's going to do much better? Big, tall, strong girl.
Again, what's much better?
Right. I mean,
10th.
More
She's
points. She
defaulted
got more
to
points.
10th
Still
since
11th.
Paige Powers isn't there.
Like the thing is, like Tia, Haley, and Brooke are your 3 big names, and they did not go last year, and they're all going to be a lot better, right?
Yep. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. Where does Haley finish? Now that we're sitting here talking about it, and we'll talk about it more. But like, I assume you've thought about it and really dug into it. What's your knee jerk for Haley?
8th.
8th? Oh wow. Okay.
Haley Adams is the real Emma Carey next year. Okay, let's get into the more interesting ranking here, where we can really talk some shit, where John Young will shine.
WODprep trash. No, this is more Tyler's alley than mine.
Let's call him in. Who do you think is going to have the biggest drop off from 2023 to the 2024 CrossFit Games?
Start with
John. Start with men. John, who's your number one? Somebody in the top 5?
But I have 2 in the top 5.
Holy shit.
You're right. This is hard because I was gonna say Jay Crouch.
Wow. Okay, a
And
lot of people think he's still on the up and up. 24 years
Yeah.
old. Good Aussie fella.
I understand that, but like he
Is it-
had the games of his life. He's 19th every year except this year, and he made a big jump to 8th. I still think he's around that fit. I just don't think he's going to finish that high again, back to back. You look at the people in front of him,
2 of them, I see the first 2 are not there.
but
this year.
Ricky's there, so that's you throw in one more person, right?
Okay.
Yep.
And then I think Austin Hatfield is going, and I know y'all are low on like that. Y'all think that's not going to happen, but I think Austin Hatfield's going to be ahead of him. I think Jason Hopper is going to be ahead of him. I think there's going to be multiple people that just didn't for whatever reason that are going to be ahead of him. And then it'll be like a guy like Sam Quant who just, does him and is ahead of him too. And Justin, throw Justin in there. We all think Justin's
They're
going to
tight.
be improved. So you throw Justin and Ricky in there, and that's automatically Jay at 8th. And I think there will be a few people that get ahead of him just from not a perfect games run from Jay. And then he's going to be 10th or 11th place. And I know that's not a lot, 8th to 10th or 11th place. But for everybody who thinks he's on the up and up, and I'm not saying he's not, but everybody thinks that. So if he were to drop out of the top 10, that's my most improved.
I love how we
you're
just made a word up.
continuing to use that word. Okay. CJ, what about yourself?
Yeah, so my number 1 is Patty V. I know we always say it, and I think a lot of people do. I think we're predicting a lot of people to be really fucking fit this year, and someone, like as Kevin Hart says, somebody's got to go. Yeah, I think it's Pat. So
He
I
just
think he
turned
drops off,
34.
and I don't think it's a fuckload. I think it's like 7th or 8th.
Oh
You know,
my gosh. I don't believe that at all. I think you're so high.
I think it's
7th or 8th place.
I think so. I think he's going to start off with his traditional 37. And
All right. Who beats him? Let's go down the line.
no, let's do our picks first. This could take forever. We're going to go back through. I just think he falls off. I think he falls off pretty chunky.
I think he's a solid 4th place.
Yeah. I know. I don't like betting against him. I'm a big Pat fan. I think Pat's great. He's in the rehab world. He still works. It's awesome. He's a dad. But I think obviously I wanted to pick Yonakoski. He's clearly already the biggest fall off of the year, just by definition. But I think he does. I think he falls off. I think he takes a 4 or 5, maybe 6 spot fall.
Man, not disagree.
I feel like out of Jeff, Pat, Roman, and Ricky, like your traditional like top 4 big dogs, like one of them's gonna have an off year.
And they'll be 4th place.
One of them's gonna have an off year.
Yeah, but
you have to have somebody like Brent, Dallin, and I think that's and you throw Ricky in there, but you have to have Brent, Dallin, or Justin have a phenomenal year, like executing perfectly, I think, to break into that top 4. And I agree with you. I think Pat's going to fall off, and I think the other 3 are just fitter than Pat, the big 3, and Pat's what's after that. But I don't think there's a world where he finishes 7th or 8th. I think 4th or 5th, like easy.
Sure. Yeah.
Larry Young has Vellner in 6th. John's dad. John's old man.
I think if he's 6th, then
Typically,
that's a huge
agree.
disappointment for him.
Oh, I agree. This is based on it being a big disappointment, but I just have a gut feeling that it's going to be a disappointing year for Pat.
See, I think it's going to be like that for Pat and Brent. But what that will look like is Pat 4th and Brent 6th. And then Dallin will remain 5th. Dallin will remain 5th. That's what I think is going to happen.
John, who do you have in your number 1? Most deproved?
Jay.
Number 2.
Who do you have number 2? Sorry.
Brent. I have Brent. And I have him and Pat dropping similar, but like I have Brent at 6th place.
Where do you have him? You have him going to 6th?
And Pat is 4th place.
You're telling me you couldn't find anybody in this field that's gonna go from like
Tell me who.
I don't know 9th to 15th.
I know,
don't
this was
I
really
didn't
hard.
give it a
Tell
look,
me
but-
who. Tell me who.
It was-
Yellow Hosta. Yellow Hosta, because I have no idea about the events. If I knew the events, and the first two already looked pretty darn good for him,
That's a good
Yellow
point.
Hosta could drop, and the first two events looked great. So I didn't want to pick Yellow Hosta.
The big
Yellow
dodo
Hosta would
bird
be
was an
my
easy suspect. Yeah.
first thought go-to. But the first two events are wheelhouse, right?
What about BKG, man? He's been there for 12 years.
I have on my so
He's got a-
we have the
he's
same.
injured.
Who's your third, John? Let's go with this. Who's your third?
Fikowski and
In
Velner.
yellow? In Vellner? Wait, that's two.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, but
Oh,
the first
Jay.
one was Jay. And
Yeah, I have
Travis
Vellner.
had that.
I have Vellner. I have BKG, and then I was between Yellow or Brent based on the workouts. I just couldn't. I couldn't decide. So we're like on the same place, but I don't think any of them are going to fall much.
Dude,
Right.
if Pat goes to 7th or 8th place, he will
It's a big
retire.
fall. He won't
Like
retire.
no, he should.
Oh.
He should. If he's not in it with the podium, why would he go? Why would he keep going? He's not Cole Sager.
Right.
I find it interesting. Two of those picks, Yele and Brent, are both big guys.
Well, all of them are
Traditionally
big guys
good
besides
runners.
BKG. Vellner's
Different,
too.
different reasons. So
And
Brent,
you know, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like these guys align well with Dave's programming, more running, like you said, the first two events already. Interesting picks.
Well, Brent, just because Ricky's back, you think Justin's going to be better. If both of those guys are ahead of Brent, that's 2 spots down, just like that. Snap. Nothing on Brent's performance. Those two guys, if Justin is the normal Justin, are just better. Right.
And I think like you can even
Automatic
listen
drop.
to Brent. Like Brent just talks about it. Like some of his worst placings were his fittest years, just totally based on how things showed up and where the other athletes were. Right. Like his performances are weirdly dependent on everyone else's fitness ability. Kind of like a little different than maybe someone else in like racing and things like that. Like I just feel like if the field shows up really, really fit, which I think it feels like they will, obviously, but again, I just think he falls. I think Brent falls,
Okay.
just as far.
Okay.
And I think Vellner's similar. I think
Yeah.
Vellner and like I don't think they're going to get any less fit. I think they're just going to stay the same.
Sure.
So our most deproved awards are really just a consequence of other people doing better. I thought we had some people pegged to really fall
Tell
off.
me who.
What about Camille? What about this guy? He wasn't there last year. Old
Yeah, but he
Salt and
wasn't-
Pepper.
But he
I
wasn't
thought
there
we
last
Travis
couldn't-
Mayer.
I
year.
thought we couldn't do people that
Okay.
weren't there last
Can't-
year.
How do you think he's gonna do?
In general,
I think he's going to be
Bottom
around
10.
10 to 15th place. Where he
yeah, I
always is.
agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. He hasn't broke
Official-
the top 10 yet, has he?
I think he's been 7th one year.
What place do you think Vellner's gonna come on this run swim?
Last.
No. I think he'll be
36.
27th.
Are there any
Fucking
gators in that
He's a
water
better
zone?
runner than he.
No, I
he's
think
he's
he
not a
said
bad
there's
runner at
6.
all.
Top 5. That's right, Sarah. You let him know.
Yeah, we need it for the
Um,
World Cup team. I am Team Canada's World Cup coach.
Where do
We
you
want
say
that, guys.
Vellner goes?
Me?
Yeah. I
in
said
the swim.
27th. CJ said last.
I'm
I'll
gonna
go with
give
a
him
real
20
pick of like.
I'm gonna go 24th.
No, I'm gonna go with a real pick, but I still think like 35th. I think he does really
You've
good.
gone up every single time you said something.
Me?
Yes.
Well, you just like, you just kind of talk out of your ass for a second, and then you're like, oh, let me process it for 5 seconds. But I think he's going to be a 35th. I think it's going to be a bad
How did he
start.
do in the Madison Triplus? Did they swim or was that all paddle?
Oh, that was all paddle, and I think that was his worst one ever.
No, it's his
because-
best one because it was paddle.
Really?
hmm
I mean, I'm misremembering.
Yeah, he was like 21st or something like that. It's not this year. It's a different
It
year.
was 21.
I thought it was 18. The Madison Triplus? Yeah, it was 2018. Just go to 2018. That's the year it was.
Sarah, someone will DNF on event 1, and it might just be little Gator Arms Austin Hatfield. John, plug
Psych.
your ears.
No, what was
Like
it?
it's
The kayak
stretched up.
year. Not the paddle one. The one where they kneel, like they were on the. They did a.
Okay, he got a 21st Madison Triplus.
Yeah, what was the
That's
the
his
swim,
best. That's his best finish on
the
like
swim
a,
kayak? What was
No,
21?
I know what you're talking about, but this
Yeah.
this one had running, swimming, and
Oh
kayak.
yeah.
And he was 21st because the kayak made a big part of the portion. He wasn't bad, and he's a decent runner. And it's a 3.5 mile run. Now, yes, the swim hurts him, But if it was just a run, like go back to the 5K last year, see how he did. Just a run, he's around 10th to 15th place. And then you throw the swim in there. If he's 35th place in the swim, it equals out 27.
Okay.
He got 10th.
Alright.
He got 10th in the run, and he did blow up a little bit. He was trying to hang with the big dogs there. Took a risk. Okay. Any other concluding notes on that topic, gentlemen?
No, the girls is
John.
way better. There's like actual blow ups in the girls, in my opinion.
Yeah, we perused down the lead.
Other than one name, I think you'll have. I'm interested to see what you're going to say because I have a similar feeling with the men for the women.
All right. My first one is Ariel Owen.
I couldn't agree more.
I think.
Oh no.
I love Ariel. I think she's one of the greatest things to happen to CrossFit. Like she's the most
Now,
true blue, like mom, train at home, like all the things that we represent, and like the traditional. She doesn't have a coach. She does her own shit. I love it. I love everything about it. But I think she's too lackadaisical. I think the field is too serious, and I think the field is going to catch up to her, and she's going to fall off. So I think she'll be.
I think she got very lucky with the programming last
Yeah,
year.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the programming has fit her. Obviously, she's still very fit. She didn't look great at semifinals, but the West was funny. A lot of people didn't really look great. And I think that this just won't be as successful as the year. I don't know. I don't really have a prediction of where, but I don't think it'll be anywhere near the podium.
I think she's going to finish 7th.
You probably both feel pretty comfortable. These three ladies after her are all shoe-ins to beat her.
Yeah,
Gabby,
for sure.
Kazan.
I wouldn't say shoo-ins, but I do think they're going to. But I don't think it's a guarantee. I would be thoroughly shocked if she was 3rd or 4th place. But if she ended up like 5th place, she wouldn't have fallen as much as I thought she was going to. But it wouldn't shock me. She just did better than I thought she was going to. That happens all the time.
Okay, fair enough. So you both share the same opinion. Top one.
What do you got next, John?
Who's your second one? I think you should go
Too
first because you had a stronger opinion.
Yeah, I think in a similar sense, maybe not in the lackadaisical mindset, but I think the programming fit really, really well. I think Emma Lawson takes a big drop, and I don't think she's anywhere near the podium. I just do. I don't know. I'm not as confident with her ability. She's obviously had like a personal struggle year too. And so it's just kind of where my head is at. So I don't see her performing the way that she did last year.
CJ's opinions do not represent those of myself and John Young.
Too bad. Yes, they fucking do.
I can't stand behind that.
I concur, Travis.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
You are turning into the Tyler of this show, CJ, and I did not think that's what
everyone. Hey, we need an antagonist. All right,
I did not
get the fuck over it.
That's what you were gonna be.
These damn Southern boys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I also have Emma Lawson, but I have her dropping to 3rd. And I'm like, I have her dropping. I think she'll be 3rd or 4th. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for Kazan or Raptis to beat her, in any given competition, depending on the programming. But I don't have her dropping under that. I think she's a 4th guaranteed, and then a likely 3rd. It just wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if Alex or Alexis beat her if they got some home runs this year and got lucky with the programming. I actually think they would have to get lucky in the programming to beat her.
Yeah, I agree. Super well-rounded. Young as all hell. I can't see her dropping off.
Doesn't have any holes, really. I didn't see any.
No.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to kind of like the Vellner thing. I just don't think it fits just as well, and I don't know. I'm just it's just more of a feeling.
The difference is she's 19 and Vellner's 34.
Yeah, this is true, but she's also, I don't know. I feel like the female thing is just a little bit different, right? They mature faster, right? They peak a little younger. Not saying that she's like too young to be peaked. She's 19 for sure, but I don't know. I feel like last year was maybe more like the stars aligning more so than like the perfect representation of her being the next coming of CrossFit.
I don't think she's the next coming of CrossFit, but I do think she's a staple in the top 5.
My God. Okay. Who have you got next, John? I can't even find any women here that are competing this year.
Yeah, I
Who the
know.
hell-
My
It's very
third.
hard.
That's why I'm saying when you were like, what's funny is we're 2 for 2, and you were like, man, the women were so easy. There's so much more.
Oh, I
And
only
my,
had two. It was
and
just the two that I felt strongly about that
oh,
I felt like kind of overreached their
I'm gonna say
ability.
Gabby McGowan,
Yeah, shit.
just
Let me
because
guess. She's going 4th to 5th. That's
Seventh.
4th to 6th.
Sixth.
I think
Oh,
Alex
God.
Kazan and Alexis Raptis will
the
replace
show,
her.
man.
And just like Brent, it's not because she got any less fit. I think Gabby McGowan will be the same fit, but I think those two girls are going to improve, and I think they'll be ahead of her. Not after
John,
event 1, though.
What programming would Alex Kazan beat Emma Lawson with? I can't think of any. We see
if
a
there's a
bias
legless
towards
rope
upper
climb
body
event,
pressing.
if there's a deadlift
pause.
event, if there is a like rock climbing event, something with a lot of strict pulling, Alex Kazan is probably the biggest home run hitter that's not Tia. Obviously, like Laura has all of her home runs, but that's just I put Laura in the Tia boat as far as like home runs go. Like she's just so much better than everybody that her home runs are just like she's going to have 5 or 6 because she's just fitter.
Sure.
Alex Kazan isn't just fitter. She just has that home run ability, kind of like Colton. Like when Colton has his home runs, he beats everybody and it's not close. But he does like those, he's lucky if he gets 2 or 3 in an event, in a competition. And the ones he gets 2 and 3 on, he can be top 10. Like he's going to be really good. If he doesn't get those home runs, he's not going to be as good. Okay. Alex Kazan has the most home run ability out of everybody that's not named Tia or Laura. She's the best deadlifter. She's one of the best squatters. If there's a squat clean, if it's a squat clean type max, Alex Kazan might be top 3. And I don't think people know that. She's the best strict presser / bench press. Like Carrie Pierce is very good at that. Not handstand push-ups, but just in weights. She's the best strict puller. Anything with pulling, she's the best one. Like there's so many things that she's just the best one in the field that I think depending on the programming, she could have 5 event wins that Tia, 5 second places and maybe 1 event win because she'll beat Tia in a legless rope climb event.
She only beat Emma by 10 seconds in the alpaca last year.
Yeah, it's her shoe fell off. She had the shoe debacle. You don't remember that?
Yeah, that's
like
true.
She wasted 40 seconds trying to put her shoes on.
That's true. Okay, good memory.
So a video came out this morning on Hillers. Ricky beats Fraser in the standard. And so Alex did it, sub 9, the standard. So does that change did you see the video this morning? She did the standard, sub 9. And I think it's a pretty impressive time. I know obviously there's times to beat and it's out there, but she did an 8:56 or 8:57. And Ricky did it in, I think, 8:01 or 8:02. Does that change your thought about like what she's capable of?
To Travis or me?
To you, or I mean, either to both of you, based on CrossFit's program or question. Like, does Kazan beat Emma in that workout?
Yeah, I think she beats her in that workout. But like, if you put,
I mean, that's a pretty good representation of if we're talking about old school CrossFit type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but I think people beat Alex Kazan in that workout too.
Yeah, sure. I don't think she wins.
Haley, if strength and depth did the standard and Fraser did it in whatever, I think Fraser did it in sub 8 in the standard.
He did. It was like 740 or something.
Yeah, so that Ricky Garrard is kind of a lie because
it is kind of a lie. I thought I was watching it and I was like,
it's a terrible
going to be like
video by Hiller. Somebody let him know. Clip this, send it to him because Garrard can't touch Matt Fraser. Can't believe you would say such a lie. I think Ricky's going to be the fittest man in the world. He is not close to Matt Fraser. Anyway, I think Haley did the standard in 8 something minutes that year as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, I think a lot of people could beat that time. I don't think Emma Lawson's one of them, but Alex in ring muscle ups is amazing. She's one of the best ring muscle uppers too. Sure. Like she is just so many things that she's top 2 or 3 in the world at. The only, like, it's just her aerobic capacity is the only thing that separates her from winning. So it's like when Tia is gone, if there's a strict handstand push-up workout, right? And that's a big if, but there has to be one or Laura's going to beat everybody. Just facts.
Sure.
Alex is somebody that can potentially beat Laura and win the CrossFit Games depending on the programming, she just has to get aerobically fitter. That's
Sure.
her only thing. How many people can
Easier
you say
said than
that
done.
for? I can't say
Easier
that
Right.
for
said
Emma
than done.
Lawson. Emma
Yeah.
Lawson is aerobically there. She's great aerobically. Emma Lawson has to get a little bit better on everything, right? All the movements, all the strengths. She just has to tick it a little bit on everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's so much harder than just getting aerobically fitter.
Sure. Yeah, it is for sure. I mean, I think it's very clear when I have people that are really well balanced, who just need to be everywhere. I'm like, man, this is going to take a long time. But those that are really fit in certain areas, it's nice to be able to focus in on them. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So in that note, I think in a lot of program, Gazan beats Emma, and I think my prediction will hold true, and I think Emma will drop. So you just made my point. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think that's this year. I don't think, again, if it happens, I'd be happy for Alex. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, but I don't think Emma's going to drop more than that. Alexis and Alex are two very different people, and Gabby is very different from those two. The same programming is not going to benefit all three of those girls above Emma Lawson, whose total fitness is probably above all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Only
hear you.
one of them, depending on the programming, I think could beat her.
Wow, there
Got it.
really are no women.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
We
it's
have, like,
crazy.
how
The
many-
field
how
is
many are
so
there?
different.
It's got to be under 15.
The field
you
is
really
so
like
different this
hindered
year.
us by saying they had to go to the games last year because
Right.
a lot of people left on both sides and a lot of people came in.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll change the details of the
Fun
game.
fact, I learned this today. I went to school for a lot of years, and I didn't know it was LACA.
Lackadaisical. Thank you, Lupe.
Did it?
Okay, do we have any closing statements on this?
No, I think that was a good
rankings that we
segment.
just
I think
did?
it was good. It was kind of, I don't know, we kind of pigeonholed ourselves with some of the specifics, but I think,
This is a young show. We'll work on it.
yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Let's see, of the people that we said would be the biggest fall off, who finishes higher for the guys, going back to that. So Vellner, Brent, and
Jay.
Jay.
I mean, I'm going to say Veltner finishes the highest. I think Veltner's going to get fourth.
Okay. I probably
Yeah, I
agree, but I just have him shifted down the leaderboard a little further.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
backtracking already.
No, I was right there. I mean, I had Vellner there. I think everyone just shifts down.
Do you think Brent's going to get 10th place in the CrossFit Games?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say it out loud for sure.
That's so wrong.
It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. But hey, you got to hold strong somewhere, right? I don't want to backtrack on my thoughts. I think he's gonna fall off.
Travis,
So.
legitimately, because I know you have a Canadian bias, but like actually,
True.
be honest.
Okay.
Who do you have in your what's your top 5 look like? Just top 5. Go ahead.
I haven't officially put it together, but I did send Barclay a little caption for the World Cup yesterday. Well, actually, maybe a couple days ago. He asked me to give a brief synopsis on my team, and I told him that I thoroughly, wholeheartedly believe that I possessed on my roster the entire men's podium. That's Jeff Adler, Vellner, and Brent Pikowski, okay?
Yo, baby.
And that's not a Canadian bias. So that's my top 3.
You got Ricky and Roman in 4th and 5th, and that's not a Canadian
Fuck
bias.
Ricky, man. Fuck Ricky. I think Ricky's going to disappoint this year. Okay? I do. I'm not just saying that. I think Roman's going to do good, though.
4th place is not good for Roman.
It's going to be tight, man. It's going to be tighter than ever. Every year we get tight. Okay. Any closing notes, guys? Anything else you want to get off your chest? Who knows when we might be back later this week. I'm sure there'll be a workout announced. Let me check Instagram right now to see if anything was announced while we're live. Doesn't look like it. They actually did just put up a post with Ariel.
They're just posting winners from last year. That's like their thing right now, just like winning events. I think from last year is all they're posting on CrossFit.
Other than that, John, anything you want to say before we log off?
No, we'll be back. Any new news that pops up, me and Travis will hop on. And hopefully CJ, but if he can't, me and Travis will be on.
Yep.
And see you guys next week. If y'all have anything that you want us to do that is similar to what we just did, any like superlatives or accolades or whatever, for us to rank, leave it in the comments, and then we might do that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Good
I like
idea.
it.
CJ?
No, that's
Anything
it.
from
Thanks,
you, my
guys.
friend?
Thanks for dealing with my emphysemic voice, and hopefully it'll be better next week.
We'll pray for
Or later
CJ to
this
get
week.
better for next week.
I'm gonna pray for your picks, man. We need to step it up.
It's gonna
All right.
happen.